Hello everyone, this is JLS1114. Haven't made a video for quite some time, but this Facebook posting that I saw that a friend of mine posted prompted me to make this video. They gave me an excellent topic that I am very surprised I haven't touched on. Attached to this video, I will have the link to this article I'm going to be referring to. It's entitled Pet Peeves of the Visually Impaired, or from the Visually Impaired, something like that. I'm going to hit on some pet peeves that are there. Now, I'm not doing this video to nitpick and get on people. I see this actually as an opportunity to educate people, so you can know why we don't like it, what really is going through our mind, what you should do instead, all that. So as I go through this, at the end, when I'm done with the article, my biggest pet peeve is actually not in this article. So I would like to address that as well. So please watch the end of this video and find out what mine is. Okay? So I'm going to go through a couple of them, not all of them, but you can read the entire article yourself. This list came from in the article from a visually impaired teacher. Teacher of the visually impaired, and these are comments that she got from her from her students, as well as some things that were said to her from just holding the position that she holds. One thing that really surprised me that I will share. Okay, so let me just pull it up because I don't want to forget which thing I'm going to, the things I want to touch upon here. Alright, so let me just take a look at this and make sure I hit everything I wanted to hit. Okay. Alright. Okay. The first one is says, The Guessing Game. Hey, insert name here. That's in quotation marks. Do you know who I am? So basically, this just goes in more detail, but as I said, I don't want to sit and read the entire article and all that. I'm just going to pick and choose some things, and with the link, you guys can go and read the entire article. But so that's one of them on this list. And I have to say that I do get that a lot. And in the article, it says, why would you embarrass somebody, basically, like that? They may not know who you are. How would you like it if you were put in that position, that there was some reason, or just think of how you feel. Yeah, this is excellent. Just think of how you feel when somebody says hello to you, and you get the feeling that you should know who that person is, and you have no idea. You can see them and everything. You just can't think of it. I know for myself, taking visually impairedness out of it, as well as I know other people have this feeling of, oh my god, I should have known who they are, and you're like dying for them to say their name because of how you feel. And you purposely avoid, you know, putting yourself in a position that shows you don't know who they are because you would be embarrassed. So think about that when you say that to a visually impaired person. Do you know who I am? We get the same type of feeling. I have to say, and it does say this in the article, and it is true, and coming from someone who's visually impaired themselves, that that we are recognizing voices. Most of the time, that's how I recognize people. I am very, very good at recognizing people's voices. Even people I haven't even known that well. But maybe I've heard their voice like twice. I seem to, most of the time, can figure out who it is. And people are pretty impressed. I'm pretty impressed myself with how good I am at it. But I'm pretty good. So That's what I want to say on that point. Let's see what else is here. Number two. Okay, yeah, I am going to talk about this. Number two they have is being afraid of the S word. The S word here, what we're meaning is C, which is true. Well, as they use in the article, let's see what's for lunch. And then people are like, oh my god, I should have said that. I meant here. Uh, um, maybe we can hear, well, we can't use it for lunch, but they say, let's see the TV. That's a better example. Oh, well, we can hear what's on the TV. And they'll quickly try to switch the words up. It's not that big of a deal. It's really not. Um, we use it. We use the word all the time. We don't think, no pun intended. We don't think about it like that. We're not that fragile. We use it all the time, not thinking about it. And actually, if anything, if we do end up using it, most of us joke around about it. Let's see what's for lunch. Okay, and then we'll use it in a regular context, just like anybody else. But once in a while, we'll be like, "Hey, let's see the TV." Well, hear the TV, and they'll laugh, and we'll make it a joke. So it's not that big of a deal. You use it. Don't feel like you have to backtrack. It's fine. Okay. Three. Yes, I definitely have to talk about this one. I get this all the time. This is probably on a very high pet peeve list for me. As well as this one, I'm gonna share what I know how I said the teacher shared stuff that she got said that was said to her. Well, it comes up in this one. This is the one I really wanted to talk about with this one. So number three is I'm blind, not deaf. Okay, this happens constantly. All right, I don't understand it. This statement is clearly said all the time. So can you hear me? Visually impaired. I am not deaf. I don't know. I don't know who put it in the minds of people that they go hand in hand. Well, okay. Technically speaking, they can go hand in hand. There are a deaf blind people. Okay, and part of the reason why this does happen is by certain syndromes, such as Usher syndrome, where people have a hearing issue as well as vision. So they can go in hand, should I say, technically. But why people automatically assume that is beyond me. If somebody could explain to me why, that would be greatly appreciated. Because I would like to understand back on your side on why people feel this way. I don't know why, but it is quite annoying. I have to say. But maybe people just don't know. I don't know. I really want to hear from somebody that may have said this to somebody. And at least now you know, please don't. And please, but I really would like to understand why this came about. I don't get it. Anyway, getting to the teacher's portion of this. The teacher said she has had someone say, "Hey, you must know sign language." And she says, "I know Braille." She said, "I will say I have took sign language classes just in case I got students who are deaf and blind, but I never have had a deaf blind student, so it went by the wayside and I don't know it anymore." But I was like, wow, I never thought it went that far that a teacher of the visually impaired me. I guess it's not too surprising, but I guess I didn't think it would happen. But I guess it's, I don't like to assume. So yeah. So just keep that in mind, all right? Okay, what else? Okay, yeah, I will hit on this one. So number four, visually impaired people can hear everything. I get this all the time. Actually, in one of my psychology classes, somebody did say to me, "Wow, professor," he said, "your hearing must be, a lot better." And in this article, and I agree with it, it says it's not so much that it's better; we just have to pay more attention, which is true. I agree with that. I have to say, I have answered to people, yeah, it's better, but it's not really. Um, we rely on it. Just think of the world where you can't see and you have to rely on it. So we're paying a lot more attention to the littlest detail that people who can see take for granted. Moving on. Okay. Oh yeah, I so have to hit on this. I actually have a little story for this one. Number five. I don't really believe he's blind. I definitely have to hit on this, and I have a little story, like I said. This happens a lot, and I don't understand why people do this. Interesting situation with this. Um, Me and a friend of mine who's also visually impaired, we were heading to a hospital. I had a doctor's appointment that day, going to see my eye doctor at that. And she was traveling with me. We were going together, and we weren't sure. They were doing a lot of construction. I had a lot of mobility practice with this, so I pretty much knew where I was going. But construction throws people off, especially if you are visually impaired. So this was unbeknownst to us. So we got a little confused. So we asked somebody along the way, and they basically were like, they were about to help us. And then somebody came by and said to them, "Don't help them. They're lying to you. They ain't blind. There ain't nothing wrong with them." I'm like, yeah, these canes are for show. That's right. Yup, because everybody wants to be like us. You know, I mean, it was unbelievable. The guy ended up ignoring that guy, and he did help us. So, but it was quite interesting. That's true, but I'll skip that one. Okay. Alright, I think that's all I'm going to hit on what's here. Like I said, I will put the link and you can read the rest of the article. But actually, two things I thought of that's not here that I want to speak on of my own personal pet peeves. One is well, no, I'll save that one. That's my most annoying one. The one before one is, and I have to share this because I've heard some terrible stories, including my own cousin, that this happened to, who's completely blind. Okay, people, you don't pay attention. Some people who have sight, they take it for granted. I believe you guys don't pay attention. You will walk ram right into someone who's blind, and it's not our fault. We're doing our thing. We have our cane, and you guys just run into us. There's nothing we can do about it. You just run into us, and it's like, what the heck? And you're just not paying attention. You just maul us right over. I've had one person. My cousin. Quick story. She comes in a dorm together. Well, we had our own room, but they were like joined. Um, in college, and she comes and she said, "Janaea, um, she's yelling up," and I'm like, "What's going on?" She said, I'm lucky I got here safe." I'm like, "What's wrong?" She said, "Someone rammed into me and broke my cane and said, 'Now what are you gonna do?'" And took off on her. Luckily, a good Samaritan came and they helped her, but it was ridiculous. Are you serious? Really? So yeah, another pet peeve of mine, the last one. Let me check the thing on this because I don't know.
Dell Webcam Center.
Wait,
Video WND.
do I have time to share this? Oh, let me wrap this up. Okay. One more pet peeve. The biggest pet peeve I've had. This is gonna go a little over. Hopefully, it'll go through. The biggest pet peeve I have had is that people will talk in third person to me. That is my most annoying pet peeve. I'm sorry. It pisses me off. It really, really does. This really pisses me off. It really does. I'm trying to be patient. People don't know, but this just purely pisses me off. Somebody will come up, for example, my sister. I was with my sister, and someone comes up to my sister and says, "So, what's your sister's name?" It constantly happens. I'm very surprised this is not. And I know a lot of people are with me who are visually impaired and blind and are very annoyed by it. Um, they will come up and act like we don't exist, or we can't talk for ourselves, or we can't handle a conversation, or whatever. And they will talk to the person with us and not with to us. And I've had people, luckily my sister has been one to say, she's right here, why don't you ask her? I mean, up to the point, I've not really said much, but I'm going to come out pretty downright rude because there's just no need for that. There is none. Just pure ignorance is on my end. On my end, as far as I have to say. So anyway, I just wanted to share that. I hope you guys got something from that. Please, I would love to hear from those who have said these things, done these things, maybe thought of it. I would like to hear your side on why. So educate us back. Okay, that would be great. So thank you again for watching, and have a very nice day. Bye.